The Rimac Concept 1 is the new supercar of the world. Throughout the years, electric cars have made their way into the world and managed to bring attention to the importance of electric cars. This first began with the production of hybrid cars, which dates back to the 1990s, and the very first mass-produced hybrid vehicle was the Toyota Prius. However, these hybrid cars have made their way up in the community and began to be used in supercars. The world's first hybrid supercar was the Porsche 918 Spider. There was an electric carriage manufactured in the 1800s. However, that's not current nor revolutionary. Currently, the most famous electric car company is Tesla. However, Tesla may have competition with this new company called Rimac. The Rimac Concept 1 may be known to be the car that almost killed Richard Hammond while filming the Grand Tour Season 2. It might also be the next best electric supercar. Although it is expensive, the Rimac is relatively cheap in comparison to its competitor, the Bugatti Chiron. Some of you may also compare it to the second generation Tesla Roadster. The Rimac Concept 1 is a fully electric car that can reach 0 to 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.5 seconds. The vehicle has 1,224 horsepower and 1,600 Newton meters, which is approximately 1,180 foot-pound of torque. This helps it reach the top speed of 355 kilometers per hour or 225.5 miles per hour. Oh, let's not forget about the quarter-mile time of 9.9 seconds. As for the background of the company, the vehicle was made in Croatia, specifically in Sveta Nedelja on the outskirts of Zagreb in Croatia. The idea came from a 29-year-old man called Mate Rimac, which had been previously known as the guy that incorporated an electric powertrain to a BMW E30. The company was founded in 2009 and is focused on developing and producing high-performance electric cars. Only 8 of the Concept 1s have been made. Let's talk about the body. It is completely made out of carbon fiber and weighs a total of 1,850 kilograms. This may be considered quite heavy, but keep in mind that it carries all those electronics within the interior, which makes the car deserve a bit more respect. Personally, I feel like the front of the car resembles more of a Mercedes/Jaguar mix. However, the rear and sides tend to look more like a Koenigsegg vehicle. Getting into the electronics, this car has 4 electric motors. One is assigned to each wheel. The car also has 4 gearboxes and batteries from the middle, top to bottom of the vehicle. Since conventional transmission cannot be used in this fully electric vehicle, the rear axles get their own dual clutch and 2-speed gearboxes, which gives maximum acceleration. The car also has 3 braking systems. First, you have 15.3-inch carbon ceramic discs in the front and 15-inch ones in the back, which are squeezed by 6 and 4 piston calipers. Then there is kinetic energy recovery, which slows the car down when you lift your foot off the gas pedal. The car also has regenerative braking, which inverts the motors when you push on the brake pedal to recharge the batteries. This comes to show the insane price of $1 million USD. The motors are powered by 90 kilowatt lithium nickel manganese cobalt oxide, which gives the car a 310 mile range per charge, or 500 kilometer range. The vehicle is currently the fastest electric car out there, well, until the Tesla Roadster Generation 2 comes out in 2020, but we don't know what Rimac might have in store for us by then. They're working on a Concept S, which is slightly faster and better than the Concept 1, but we will keep that for another video. The interior is quite interesting. No parts of the interior are plastic. It's either carbon fiber, aluminum, or Alcantara, which is usually found in yachts and Formula 1 cars. It has a very minimalistic design, and the seats are perfectly stitched sport seats, and the steering wheel has chromed inserts. Some things I do not like about the car is that tall people just won't fit in it, as well as this car is not going to be a daily driver if you decide to buy it. The car has no rear windows, but I assume that there are cameras that are wired to a touchscreen inside the car to let you know what's behind you. This car needs an open road with no traffic and no speed limit. Other than that, you won't really get to experience the Rimac experience. I still would like to drive this car or sit in it. Obviously, I have not driven the car, but reading reviews online and watching videos, the driving experience seems to be very smooth. The car is an all-wheel drive. You can also trim the Rimac to your specifications and choose from safe understeer to a full-on rear-wheel drive oversteer. If you need any more information on this car, you can find it all in their website, which is linked in the description down below. Now, it is time for me to give this car a score, which is based off of interior and exterior looks, performance, practicality, significance, and safety. Each score out of 10 and a total score out of 60. For the interior of this car looks perfect, and everything seems to be stitched and placed to perfection. However, it seems to be very uncomfortable. After all, it is a sports car. I enjoy the futuristic vibe the vehicle gives off, but it can be annoying when driving at night with all the lights and technology. Sometimes you need something simple, and that earns the car a total of 8 out of 10. As for exterior, like the interior, it gives off a futuristic vibe and seems to be very simple. Some people tend to like this kind of minimalistic design. The pictures don't specify where the door handle is, which adds to the smoothness of the body. I do feel like the body resembles too much of other cars, which can mislead people when they see the car out on the streets. Heck, I thought it was a Jaguar when I first saw it. I also like the attention to detail on the exterior. The exterior earns a 9 out of 10. As for performance, the car is excellent. You can choose the car's driving mode and has a top speed of 355 km per hour or 225.5 miles per hour, which definitely puts it at the top of the list. Handling seems fine depending on the driver's choice, and the car seems to be very swift based off of the videos. However, Richard Hammond mentions in an interview that the car makes a bunch of odd noises, which makes it hard to determine whether or not those sounds are good or bad. That video's link will be in the description as well, thus giving this car a total of 8.5 out of 10. For practicality, by the looks of the car, there seems to be no glove box, which is common in sport cars. However, the storage space seems to be on the side of the seats, which is directioned in a way that makes me believe it would be uncomfortable to put and take something from those spaces. The car seems to be low to the ground as well, which is good for stability but would scratch the bottom of the car on a speed bump. The price range is also extreme, and people would not tend to use this as a daily driver. The car also has no rear window, which is very impractical, even if there are cameras wired to a screen inside the vehicle. That being said, for practicality, the car earns 6.5 out of 10. Significance. Since only 8 of these had been manufactured, that gives the car a bunch of points for significance. However, as I mentioned earlier, the car has designs from the Mercedes, Jaguar, and Koenigsegg, which drops its significance to an 8.5 out of 10. As for the safety category, it seems great, and a prime example of that would be the Richard Hammond crash. The car fell off a hill and rolled many times, which eventually led the car to catch on fire. This is usually a deadly crash, however, Hammond only had a fractured bone in the knee. And he explains it further in depth in the link in the description. This earns the car a total of 10 out of 10 in the safety category. Overall, the car earns a 50.5 out of 60, which is excellent. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like it and do not forget to click on the subscribe button. Write down in the comment section what car you would like me to review next, and I will try to do so.